Yes, hello and welcome to Satoshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down. Today's date is Sunday, the 23rd of March, 2025, the year BSV comes alive. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a look floating in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's jump straight into it.
See Satoshi like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, and transactions flying free. Just wait for the Tether node, you'll surely see.
Here we go, rock and roll. Right, so we have got Gregcoin at 84,655, and the reason we call it Gregcoin is because this is the mysterious creator of Gregcoin. Segwit coin, shitcoin, not many use it, digital dog shit, whatever you want to call it, it's because of this guy. Oh, get rid of that. We got B Crash, what a joke, Fisher Price Cash, who cares? We got Bitcoin. The original protocol goes right back to the Genesis block. It hasn't changed, making it the real Bitcoin, the true Bitcoin, the genuine Bitcoin, and the world's first and only ever digital commodity, backed by the value of data sovereignty, making it the most valuable commodity on earth because it's an extension of our own personal freedoms and liberties. Oh yeah. Right, let's have a look at these figures then. So we've got hash rate just 0.07. Let's have a look at the difficulty adjustment on Gregcoin. Looks like it's still the second highest it's ever been. Let's have a look at difficulty adjustment on Bitcoin. Oh, BSV. All right, that's just 24 hours. Oh, ticking up a little bit. I wonder if the hash rate is going up on that. We'll check that out in just a second. Just ticking up a little bit, but generally steady as a rock there. B crash hash rate going up and down. All right. Network nodes. So for anybody who hasn't seen a network node before, these are they. This is the backbone to the new global financial system, the world's first ever commoditized digital network. Literally just blows my mind every time. I will never get tired of saying that. All this from a 9-page white paper. It's absolutely sensational. Loving that. Loving that. Transactions, we just got 7% across all the Bitcoin forks. Again, that's usually in the high 90s, but again, I think transactions are banking at the moment. Let's have a look at this across the entire network. So Bitcoin with 1.7% of the 24-hour trade volume across the entire crypto market, representing 43,616 transactions over the last 24 hours. We'll cross-reference that with what's on chain. Yep. 34,616, spot on. Wow. Block size 77. So look at that. Even though transactions is just 7.1, we've got 77% of the block size. And remember, block size and transactions are sanity. Network nodes and hash rate are vanity. The block size represents the amount of data being uploaded onto the network. The data is uploaded via the transactions. The transactions are processed by the nodes that create block and then supply the hash rate. The hash rate is meant to be attracted to the value, which is meant to be representative of the price, but the price is currently speculative because the entire market is manipulated and nobody knows what Bitcoin is meant to use for. However, when education catches up with speculation, you can guarantee the speculative prices will soon start to match their fundamental values, which means Gregcoin is going to zero. Yeah. And Bitcoin, well, I'll let you figure that one out for yourself by judging the size of the market. Let's have a look at the data coming through then. Small amounts of data here. We're usually used to looking at gigabyte blocks, but we've got 12, 13. So that means there's more data in those two blocks than there is in the entire column of Gregcoin. Restricted to 1 megabyte. B Crash, no blocks at even a megabyte. And Fisher Price Cash struggling to get all of their blocks over a kilobyte, let alone anywhere near a megabyte. So for any newbies watching the show, hash rate. Hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative, and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you apply creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. If something is useful, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. If something is useful, it's valuable. If something is useless, it's worthless. It's that simple. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. This is proof of work by network since 1st of August 2017, since the chain split. So again, the proof of work should represent the length of the chain or the amount of data on the chain, but it doesn't on this chart. On this chart, because there is no data flowing up onto Gradecoin, so that's just literally proof of work chasing the price. But believe me, when utility comes on, all the proof of work will go onto genuine Bitcoin. It's currently 62,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gradecoin, mining Bitcoin at a 54.8% comparable loss. It's 8.1% more profitable to mine on Fisher Price Cash over Gradecoin, and 1.6 more profitable to mine on Gradecoin over Bcrash, meaning there is a 9.7% more profitable to mine on Fisher Price Cash over Bcrash. That's funny. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network. Winning. Bitcoin winning. Transactions by network. Just below that on the log curve because transactions have blocked off. Transactions per block by network. Fees USD. So transaction fees still sub-cent fees on Bitcoin. Fees Satoshis right down there on the log curve. Absolutely smashing it. Daily Bitcoin fee to block reward ratio. Tell you what. We'll just find that image here for newbies. You might not have seen this before, showing you what this chart will look like in the future. It's around here somewhere. There we go. So the red line here that's currently got a dip in it, that red line will soon start to look like the solid blue line here. So as the block reward continues to get cut in half every 210,000 blocks, as the block fee eventually surpasses the block reward, we then have an economically self-sustaining system, which is what we are gunning for, and that's what the cabal is trying to prevent by creating these second layer final solutions, which starve the miners of the transaction fees, eventually leading to Gradecoin's demise, which is what they always wanted, to eventually get rid of it. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network, the only chart you'll ever really need to look at that tells you what's going to happen in the future. As Satoshi Nakamoto said, it's strictly necessary that the longest chain is always considered the valid one. And here we have the longest chain in red, and that belongs to Bitcoin SV, the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Global hash rate 7 days. Global hash rate 24 hours. Antpool taking the lead over Foundry USA pool, and via BTC getting a look in. Followed by F2 pool. Gradecoin hash rate 24 hours, Foundry USA pool 24.3, Antpool 22.2, via BTC 15.2, other miners 3.4 on there, managing the profitability. Bcrash, other miners with 50% on there. Fisher Price Cash, who cares? But then we've got Bitcoin. So again, because CoinDance is biased against Bitcoin, we'll have to cross-reference that with what's on chain. This is what the mining looks like on genuine Bitcoin. You've got QD Link in the lead, 31.5. Kuv 29.6. Tau 16.45. That's dropped off a bit. SA100 11.18. Gorilla Pool a 9.2. Well done then, they're going up. And Mining Dutch getting a looking at 1.97. Crypto Quant, look at this. So this is the exchanges reserve, the BTC reserves. Look, the exchanges have been cashing out of their reserves at these all-time high prices. It's because they don't want to be holding any of this shitcoin when the music stops. I mean, look at that sell-off. Look at that sell-off. It's been massive over these last few years. Absolutely enormous. They know what's coming. Retail investors are going to get absolutely screwed. Absolutely screwed. Let's have a look at the Tether weather then. So just plodding along there. It's just regaining its peg to $1. Nothing happened in the day. Little bit of a Bart Simpson pattern there over the last 7 days. 1 month, where did this go to a low of? 141.7. We're now at 143.4. So almost like $2 billion in a month. And that's nothing compared to what we're looking at, or used to looking at anyway. I mean, look at this. So Tether had a market cap of just $250,000. $250,000, and now it's at 134 billion. That's 143,000 million. 143,000 million. Where did they get from? Have they ever been audited? No, they haven't. They print that shit up from nothing, and they just use it to pump into the market and pump the price of Gradecoin. Hence, you get all these Gradecoin supporters like Jameson Lopp and Samson Mao, all wearing Tether t-shirts rather than Bitcoin t-shirts. They're like, yeah, just focus on Tether. That's all you need to know. We support Tether because Tether supports Gregcoin. That's the only thing that pumps the price because it does nothing. Let's have a look at the trader's short ratio then on Gregcoin. That is 0.269%. That was 1% the other day. Yeah, look at that. It was at 1% at one point, but again, confidence in the market. Literally teetering on thin ice. They have no idea. No idea. Coin Codex then. Let's have a look, see what's going on. So Binance Futures 24-hour trade volume of genuine Bitcoin, just 2.8 million. We got any big numbers here? Index, that's not correct at all. 68 million, what a joke. Huobi though, 9.7. Zedixian 7.06. Well done then. Hotcoin just 500,000. Any others over 1 million? Not really. These seem to be the two major exchanges. Let's just check that out then. We've got Gate.io, just 319,000 trade volume on BSV over the last 24 hours. Zedixian, though, look at that green candle. So yeah, they reckon they've had a $7 million 24-hour trade volume on BSV over the last 24 hours. Huobi, look, yeah, 9.9 million. 9.9 million, Huobi. The Korean exchange. People must be getting excited over there. Wow. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. What happened here? So this is Bitcoin versus Gregcoin. Look at that. So Bitcoin having an absolute run up there, and then obviously those Gregcoin deep state actors were just like, well, can't be having that. Let's just bring it down again. It'd be interesting to see what they've done. Dumping BSV or pumping USDT, whoever, who knows. Let's have a look at Bitcoin versus USD. Yeah, look, that had an increase as well. So they had a bit of a price pump there. Getting excited earlier this morning. Whoa, what on earth happened there? It's quite an unusual pattern. Let's have a look at Orange Gateway then. So again, this is Bitcoin versus Gregcoin. Look, we even had a spike against Gregcoin. Look at that. Look at that. And then it came down again. Bitcoin versus USD. We'll zoom out until we get to that price spikes over where it went to over $200. $200. Good grief, look at that. Shows you the market suppression that's taking place. Trying to keep Bitcoin in the box. Won't last forever. Orange Gateway recording a price of $34.79 right now. Let's have a look at Satoshi Observer. Look at this. Look at this average transaction fee. So we got a 1/10 of a cent, a 100th of a cent, a 1,000th of a cent, below 10,000ths of a cent. Below 10,000ths of a cent. Below 90,000ths of a cent. I mean, jeepers. Gee, it's just staggering. But the price is just $34.34. The B Crash, their average transaction fee is 1/3 of a cent. And Gregcoin, their average transaction is 1.27. So, I mean, that's useless if you want to buy a coffee. You literally use it, or a baguette of frozen peas or anything like that. That is not a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. And yet it's got 6 transactions per second. And they reckon this thing has been going since 2009. What an absolute joke that is. 6 transactions per second on a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Where money is meant to flow. What a joke. It's amazing when you really truly understand what you're looking at here with the average transaction fee right down there. Amazing. Let's have a look at the overall market there. We've got a market cap of $2.7 trillion. $2.7 trillion of utter fraud. Utter fraud. 24-hour trade volume of $44 billion on this. Gregcoin at 85,314. Trade volume representing $11 billion, but it's just 0.06% of the overall market cap. Any healthy 24-hour trade volume of any market traded item should be around 5%. This is 0.6%. It's nothing. Literally nothing. Like, literally $11 billion, the overall 24-hour trade volume. You'd only need half of that to like bring the market to its knees. There's nothing there. The price is literally held up by hot air. Let's have a look at this. So price has just had a rally over the last 24 hours, but genuine Bitcoin actually rallied further against it. We'll be interested to see what the price is, what the price chart looks like for Bitcoin. So we've got Ethereum. Oh, Ethereum back up there at $2,015. XRP below USDT on $2.40. What joke that is. Look at, honestly, Doge. Honestly, this shit coins like Shiba Inu, DOT, Monero, Uni. I mean, I think FU coin will probably be up there soon. You know. What was that? Something friendly unicorn they called it. You know, good grief. Honestly, Algo, what a joke. Dex, EOS, who remembers those? Stacks, Quant, like just absolute pieces of crap. Bonk coin at 67. Cake pancake swap. Oh dear, oh dear. Here we go. I even got BitTorrent coin. What a joke that is. But look at that. Genuine Bitcoin buried down here at 75. Just $34. All right, yeah. So it definitely had a rally. It had a real rally. Like, what on earth? What on earth? I'm guessing the deep state panicked and they were just like, whoa, we can't be having this. Like, whoa. They would have been all systems go to stop that price from breaking out, bringing it back down again. Oh, yeah. Let's have a look at this. The breakdown then. Oh, CoinDCX in the lead. So Huobi had $9 million 24-hour trade volume, meaning DCX has got more than that. Zedixin is second with 7 million. Then OKX in fourth. I think it's probably Hotcoin there. Hit BTC and others. That's volume. Let's have a look at liquidity. That's really what you want. Oh, it's changing. The liquidity, the exchange is actually holding liquid, genuine Bitcoin. Changely Pro, followed by Hit BTC, OKX, Pinex, MEXC Global, XGO, not heard of that one. Hybit, Zedixin, yeah, all right. Let's have a look at exchanges, all pairs. It's all mainly USDT on nearly all of them. Look at that. There's nothing left. It's all USDT pairs. They don't want you to be able to trade it against the big dog of Gregcoin. Oh my goodness. Crypto pairs, all pairs. Just look at that. They're desperately trying to prevent people from actually trading out their shitcoins into Bitcoin. They know what's coming. Right, there we go. We'll leave you there. That's a quick 18-minute show. Hope you enjoyed it. So as ever, if you enjoy these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to either Satoshi at Sentby.com, handcash.io, rockwallet.me, simply.cash, relasia.com, or senti.ch. We'll leave you there. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
The king still has one more move.